Hi, would you like to know how to calibrate your computer screen? As photographers, it's pretty important that you calibrate for a very simple reason. What you see on your computer screen needs to match when you order something like this or this for your client. So the last thing you need is to create beautiful images on your computer, and then when you print them, they don't look anything like it. And if you're anything like me, when I started, I didn't know. And you wonder what's gone wrong, and then your client goes off and gets her images printed off her USB or from her download and says that they don't look anything like they did when she saw them on your computer screen in your studio. So calibration will set your colours and your brightness on your chosen computer screen while you're editing, which means that you can trust that when you order these, they're exactly as you wanted them. They match, okay? And anything, paper prints, any printed product, you need them to be able to match. So the way we do that is we calibrate. And it doesn't matter what computer you have, you should calibrate on a regular basis. I think I probably do it every 3 months, but you can set it, but I think that's about right. And there are a number of devices that you can use, but I use the Spider X Pro, and it comes as a device like this, nice and simple. You take it apart like this and you pop it over your monitor and you start the software, which has already been installed. And you have it sitting on your desktop or in your menu, it will remind you to do it every 3 months. You can set it to remind you, so no excuses to forget. And it's an important thing to do. So what I'll do is I will do it on my computer, and I'll show you how it's done. Right then, here we go. So I have it. This is the software. Now it will sit up here on your menu bar at the top of your screen. Your little icon will be at the top somewhere up here, and you'll be able to access that either, there it is, you can just see it now, either there whenever you fancy doing it or when you get your reminder. Okay, so what happens is when you buy the device itself, it'll have instructions on how to download the driver for it, the software. And once you've installed that, you're good to go. So what you do is you make sure you follow these instructions, make sure that your computer is warmed up and that you don't have any intense light falling on your screen, and you plug it in and good to go. So, but obviously this is only the Spider X Pro that I use. There are other calibration devices that are available. This is just the one I use. So you click next. And this is a wide LED, but assuming you've got a different machine, you might need to change that, but that works for an iMac. Okay, so I'm going to do a full calibration just to show you how it works. And there we go. And then this pops up. Okay, so it's really easy because this will float around. And all you have to do is separate it, because you've got a lens there, look, you can see in the middle. And you drape that over the back of your machine, and you can tip your monitor just so that it sits, make sure it sits flush like that. Okay, and I've got no overhead lighting, and I've got a window, but it's down over there on the other side of the studio. So I haven't got any unusual light falling on my screen. I do have a light, but it's over there somewhere. Okay, and when you're ready and good to go, you click next. Doesn't matter what you've already got open. I happen to have Photoshop open, but it will do this. So you can do it on top of any other thing that you've got going on. You can see there that it's going through the whole range of colours and tones. You can see it's pretty simple to do. It's doing it all nicely for me. I'm not doing anything. Simple works for me, especially when you're busy. It doesn't take long to do at all. And it may not on mine, but it might on because I've already got it set correctly. But your brightness on your screen, you need to turn off auto brightness and have it set. And the first time you calibrate, it will probably ask you to set it within a certain range when you do it. And I've obviously done that, and it's now sitting there quite happily, so it's not going to ask me to redo that. Usually 50% works, around 50%. The reason you don't want it on auto brightness is that if you're editing and you've got Windows and the sun is a really hot, bright day, then obviously the screen would ordinarily adjust the brightness in your screen, and you don't want it to do that. You want it to be set so that you're not constantly changing your editing. So have it set on auto and not on auto, okay, and leave it there. So there you go, you can see measuring complete, finish, take that away, pop it back to keep it nice and clean, like so. There we go, that's that done. Okay, and you can name it. You could put it there, for example, something like whatever the month you're in, the year in, whatever you want. And here you can set it to remind you how many days you think. I think about 3 months is right. So click save. It's going to save that, and it is on my Apple Mac, so that's saved. Click next. There we go. Now this is a bunch of sample images. I don't know whether you'll be able to see, but basically it's a bunch of sample images that when you, and this is the calibrated view, you can see there, okay. But if you want to see what it was like before it calibrated it, see, you can just see there is a difference. So I only did it I did it 3 months ago, and it's changed already. So it is important to do it. Now, you can open custom here and open one of your own images if you want to. Or you can, yeah, like I say, open the custom, but I'm used to using those. So I'm happy with that. I normally, because of portrait photography, I look at this girl here. You can see, I don't know if you can, I hope so, that the calibrated view is warmer. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, so once you're happy with that, you can click next. Lots of technical information, but we're on the sRGB, which is what we want, and you click quit. And then you can carry on and not worry about it, and it'll sit happily in your menu bar ready for the next time. So there you go, that's how to calibrate your screen.